Jai Hind friends, I'm Major Gaurav Arya and this is your daily dose of fresh news. So Prime Minister Modi yesterday met with Anthony Albanese, who is the Prime Minister of Australia. And they had a detailed discussion, and one of the things apart from trade, apart from commerce, security and of course Quad was the frequent attack on Hindu temples in Australia. And the Prime Minister of India said that he is extremely concerned and pro-Khalistani supporters, they're going and attacking Hindu temples, they're breaking into Hindu temples, they're desecrating sacred ground. And this is something that must stop. And to his credit, Prime Minister Albanese of Australia said he takes this very seriously. He's been taking legal actions against those people and he will continue. His government will continue to take legal action on those people, which is the Khalistanis. Now, here is something that I have in mind that I would like to communicate to a lot of people out there, especially the Ministry of External Affairs of India. I think if all the temples, if this is the problem, all the temples should have ideally, I don't know if that is present or not, but all the temples should ideally have day and night CCTV surveillance, not just normal civilian use CCTV, but high grade CCTV which can see at night, color at night, sound, voices, everything, and collect a whole lot of data on people who attack. Legal recourse should be taken within Australia. The Indian community could form a help group along with the High Commission. And they could take up these cases with the courts or hire the best lawyers that Australia has to offer. The idea is to put down these Khalistanis legally. That is what we must do. And another thing I want to tell all the Hindus who are listening into this. What is the aim of Khalistanis vandalizing Hindu temples? What do you think they want to achieve? Is this done out of hatred? Of course. But I think hatred is step number 2. The step number 1, the main reason why they're doing it is to elicit a response within India. What the Khalistanis want to do is desecrate so many Hindu temples that here in India, someone says, I'm gathering a crowd of 10,000 and I'm going to do the same to a Gurdwara. Now, ladies and gentlemen, if this happens, heaven forbid, 100 times heaven forbid, if this happens, we would have lost against the Khalistanis. Because this is exactly what the Khalistanis want. How do they thrive? Let me explain in 2 or 3 points. They want to make the so-called Khalistan in Indian Punjab. Why they are doing a referendum in Australia, in UK, in the US, Europe, I fail to understand. But they want to make the so-called Khalistan inside Indian Punjab. They are funded and trained by the Pakistani ISI. That's point number 1. Point number 2 that I'd like to bring out here is this. To create a divide between Hindus and Sikhs. Because within this communal divide, Khalistan or Khalistanis will flourish. So, what can you do as common citizens to break the spine of this so-called Khalistani menace? What you can do is simple. Respect a Gurudwara as much as you respect a Hindu temple. Respect the Sikh Gurus as much as you respect Hindu gods and goddesses. Respect Sikhs and love Sikhs as much as you respect your own parents and your real brother and sisters. And if you do that, Khalistanis will have no place to hide. Because Khalistan is a concept that took birth in hatred. They hate everything that India stands for, which is why they're just like their Pakistani masters. So, physical action, legal action, economic action against Khalistanis. Let us learn to differentiate. Khalistanis are less than 1% of the Sikh population of the world. But they have their own nuisance value. I've spoken to so many Sikhs in Canada. I've spoken to so many of them and they send me messages. In the US, in Australia, Europe, they send me messages. And they always tell me that, Major Sahab, we are sick and tired when we go to the Gurdwara Sahib every Sunday. We see these faces and it sickens us. But what can we do? Most of them are lumpen element. Most of them are gangsters. And we are decent people. We don't want to get involved with them. We don't want to, stand up against them because we have work to do. And apparently these people don't. And I agree with you. I agree with you. So I'm not asking our Sikh brothers and sisters abroad to go and fight with Khalistanis. No. That is something that the government of India will do. But please spread awareness within the community. And for the Hindus who are very upset, and so am I, by the way, by the desecration of these temples, remember, if you want to actually diffuse this so-called Khalistan bomb for whatever this bomb is worth, Love and respect for the Sikh community, for the symbols of the Sikh religion, is the ultimate weapon. The more you love the Sikh faith, the more the Khalistanis will die a natural death.